Hey everybody, welcome back to Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. We are in exactly the same spot we left off from. Suddenly the light fades from my vision. It wasn't just that it had become dark, but that I had the sensation of being unable to breathe. But rather than sweating it, I get a little mad. Ugh. Sorry. Hearing my wordless protest, Himeno pulled her hands away. I get playing the who am I game while covering someone's eyes, but covering up someone's mouth too was just like Himeno. When I puff out my cheeks and object, Himeno just smiles at me. It's because you were staring into space, Mayu. Oh? Instead of apologizing, Himeno blew on the nape of my neck. Without thinking, I made a weird sound. Embarrassed, I looked around 2 or 3 times, but the pedestrians walking by seemed unperturbed and didn't even look our way. Yeah, that's one thing you realize growing up. People do not pay any attention to you for the most part. It's just a thing in your head. The culprit who had surprised me moves in front of me before I realize it. You're mean, Himeno. But I got to hear something good. No, you didn't. Moreover, as I say that, I check the time on my smartphone. It's 3 minutes to noon, our agreed upon meeting time. It's not time yet. How rare. That's rude. Gosh. I'll make you make a weird noise again. Saying that, Himeno opens and closes her fingers in small, swift, grasping motions. Oh no. At times like this, I know I had better change the subject or get messed with by Himeno again. Oh, by the way, did you buy a new one? You mean my necktie? Yes, I did. I thought I should get one to match my shorts. You and I haven't hung out since around midterms. Mayu, if I buy something today, I'll really be out of money. What about the aquarium? You're still set on finding out about the urban legends then? Of course, that's my #1 goal. But as usual, I can't count the things I want to do on just one hand. Okay, I get it. As long as I eat cookies and cream, that's absolute. I haven't forgotten. Anyway, Mayu, aren't your sandals new? Himeno says as she looks at my feet, talking about 3 times as fast as she does in class. Let's see if I can manage that. Yeah, nice, aren't they? They're super cute. Kawaii? How cool, I want a pair too. Nope, then we'll be too similar, and these are the only pair of sandals I have for the summer. Talking like this, it puts me at ease. Unlike myself, who is childish, Himeno knows a lot about fashion and trends. Even here in Manton, it seems like she blends in. Most importantly, being with Himeno and constantly chatting, I no longer feel lonely. What does fashion have to do with, like, being not childish? Anyway. Oh yeah, Himeno, why did you bring such a huge bag? I'm glad you asked. It's for bodies. With a hee-hee, Himeno opens the Boston bag she had let sink down from her shoulder. A variety of things come out, such as a flashlight, insect repellent, a simple blanket, a first aid kit, matches, and snacks like chocolate and cookies. Okay, with the background knowledge that this is a horror game, that's not saying anything good. I'm glad she's prepared, but it's also like, oh great, am I gonna have resource management too or something? What is all this? Himeno, where do you plan on going? Ignoring the twitch developing in my face, Himeno thumps her chest. Geez, to the aquarium. But since we're investigating urban legends, we should at least have some supplies. Rather than an investigation, the equipment she has reminds me more of going camping in the mountains. The snacks and blanket aside, where in a city this size would we need insect repellent or a flashlight? I keep those feelings to myself and just smiled. I let out a breath that is half exasperated, half amused. I don't get sick of being with Himeno. I get Mayumi. Whether Himeno is aware of my exasperated gaze or not, she starts to take something out, then quickly shoves it back in. She gives me a smile, implying something secret. Ah, no wait, it's too soon for you to see that. Ah, what were you about to pull out? I'm not telling. Upon saying that, Himeno quickly closes the bag. The way I see it, it is a wonder she fit all of the supplies she had out just a moment ago. I wonder where it's all being stored. By the way, no club today? I ask with the underlying question of whether or not today is a day off for the club. At my question, Himeno averts her eyes. Nope, probably no club today. She's just skipping out on it. Really? Giving a brief answer, I start walking. Upon hearing her reply, I immediately understand it as, she skipped it again. But not wanting to ruin the merry mood, I merely quicken my pace. I'm not in any clubs, but even I know it's not good to skip. Speaking honestly, I want her to show up for her club, as she seems to be respected even by students from other schools. Coming here together like this makes me equally guilty, though. We can kind of see, I know I'm pausing a lot to kind of analyze things, but the story is taking its time to really develop the characters and their relationships. So think about that and what it's going to imply later. Once I get thinking, I don't usually stop, so the conversation shifts to a ramen shop that catches my eye. Ooh, noodles. Oh, Mayu, do you want to get lunch? Huh? You caught that? Feeling as if she has seen right through me, we head into a nearby coffee shop. It is apparently famous following its coverage in a magazine for a sandwich that was overflowing with vegetables. I say apparently because on excitedly finding the restaurant, Himeno shared this. Compared to a hamburger shop, this place is a bit intimidating and trendy for me, but since I'm with Himeno, it doesn't bother me. Mayu is so non-confident. Shoving the roast chicken sandwich with extra olives that I ordered into my mouth, the unease I have been feeling disappears. In contrast to my fervor, Himeno eats her avocado and shrimp sandwich in small bites. Well then, about our plans for today. Himeno starts in as soon as we have finished eating. We'll start with the aquarium. No matter what, that's the main thing. So we'll look into the old man's ghost and the closed-off deep-sea fish booth rumors. After that, we'll go to the shops and finally have some ice cream. I think it's better to get the cookies and cream first. I don't think they're going to get around to ice cream. If you eat 2 times, you'll mess up your stomach and get fat. You won't be able to wear a bathing suit. Rude. Aw, Himeno, it's no fair for you to put it that way. It isn't fair. Himeno is in the exercise club, so she'll be fine, but for someone like me who doesn't exercise enough, it makes me stop and think. Having said I wanted to go to the pool, it is all the more important. That's a poor message. Don't listen to that, anyone. Eat the ice cream you want and feel good about yourself. Okay, then we'll stick with my plan. That was a delicious meal. Urged on by Himeno, I decide to leave the ice cream shop for another time. Talking about silly things together, we leave the station behind. As opposed to the station's excellent cooling system, the city streets have a peculiar humidity and heat to them that envelops our bodies. The beginning of July to summer has only just begun, and I can already tell it is going to be a tough one. We weave our way through the crowds until we are 10 minutes away from the station, finally ending up in front of a skyscraper. The building is a symbol for the people of Manton, a combined facility for commerce, what you might call a fashion building in reference to the businesses it contains. Manton is a town known as a place people go for amusement. If you really want to have a good time, they have a movie theater, arcades, and several shops, though you need to have money. That's anywhere you go if you want to do something. Because of that, young men and women are more numerous than boys and girls. In this town of people older than us, Himeno scans the panels for each floor without fear, saying, the aquarium is... People are concentrated around the panels. Of little help to Himeno and trying to take up as little space as possible, I leave the search to her and gaze up at the building. I look up and up, but the top of the building is so far I think my neck will snap. That's magnificent. This building was built not long after I was born. It had been finished before I could walk, but the first and only time I came here was in elementary school. The instant I think back on my first visit, my head begins to hurt. Okay, so now we're getting some clues to the story, maybe? Yes. Whoa, what the... No, I have to try not to think about it. After that awful noise right in my headphones and that creepy little girl, I don't want you to think about it either. Those are things from long ago, things from the past, things that are done. I can do nothing but deal with the pain that feels as if something is pressing against the inside of my skull. I finally hear Himeno calling me in a loud voice. "The elevator's this way, come on." I push away my headache and step through the automatic door. The information at the entrance and the placement of the crane game are exactly the same as that day, giving me a slightly bad feeling. Not gonna lie, I loved that music. Okay, so I assume we're about to enter the aquarium. From the elevator landing, we need to head for the top floor of the separate Mantan East building. The elevator is the type that has a glass window, so you can see out. That is the only thing that's distracting me from my gloom. A crowd of people get on with us, but almost all of them are gone by the time we reach the floor that contains the aquarium. They probably stopped off at the apparel or sundry shops. Alright, I'm going to analyze this little bit too. She is out for cookies and cream ice cream with her best friend that she clearly admires and looks up to, and she's gloomy. Something crazy happened at this aquarium, and I know there's plenty of other context clues for that, but just saying. It isn't that we aren't interested, but Himeno recommends, it's crowded now, so let's come back when it's less busy. And that keeps us back, deciding to stick with the plans we made at the coffee shop. Stepping out onto the floor, the atmosphere immediately switches to a lively one. The sounds of chatter are drowned out by the roar of a large fan. The lighting is dim and tinted slightly blue. The windows are also covered, giving the feeling that it has suddenly become night. As this is an aquarium, it makes sense that the concept is based around the ocean. Yes, the pungent smell of salt is a major change. Amazing. It's like we've dived into the deep sea. That's what I thought too. Instead of being targeted at families lately, it seems more like a date spot for adults. Or at least that's what the magazine said, but it's true. Even though this is my second time coming here, it feels like the first time. Next to the entrance is the souvenir shop. Though it lacks the usual boisterous voices, it appears to be a place that can be reached both from the inside and outside, but it doesn't seem to get many customers. Just as Himeno had said, the aquarium seems to target adults. In an atmosphere like that, even Himeno looks nervous. Hey Mayu. What's up? I forgot to tell you one important thing. Himeno makes a mysterious face and brings her mouth up to my ear. What, did you drop your wallet or something? No, that's not it. This is something that I heard that's a bit of an urban legend, but they say the amount of people going missing is on the rise. There's a rumor that this month alone, the number missing is well into the double digits. Why is she so stuck on this urban legend? Like, this isn't just, you know, curiosity. This is her having some kind of personal involvement. Huh? We have this conversation in front of the metal rack that holds the map of the aquarium. Aside from the map, there is a guide to Mantan East building and information about affiliated hotels. During that time, we hear the sound of the elevator opening and closing, but do not see the people going into the aquarium. Mantan used to be a shopping district, right? That seems to be why, even if there were a lot of runaways, the media wouldn't pay much attention. But supposedly, many of the missing persons had stopped off at Mantan Aquarium. That rumor, who did you hear it from? Who indeed? No one in particular. You know how rumors spread. That's a little sketchy. At Himeno's words, I feel a cold shiver along my spine. Yeah, she's very frightened right now. Regardless of how credible the rumor is, a sense of dread shoots through me. Considering my past, it's natural that I would feel connected to missing persons in my age range, especially if they are runaways. So, okay, more context clues. If that is the case, it would send chills along the back of my neck. Why on earth? You could have told me before this. Well, I thought if you heard about it, Maya, you might not have wanted to come. Himeno, you're mean. Oh, so you're forgetting to tell me it was a lie then, you little... I had intended to protest firmly, but it still ended rather anticlimactically. Ghosts may exist, and they still may be unable to come back, but that doesn't mean I'm interested in visiting places where they are. This is proof that Himeno has her own strange interests, yet it still makes me feel even more worried. This rumor has a continuation specifically. People who saw the deep-sea fish booth never came home. Himeno relays those two pieces of information that frightened me with a smile. The rumor itself aside, she wanted to pass over the question of why people were able to see the closed-off deep-sea fish booth in the first place, not wanting to discuss it at all. Wait a minute, Himeno. Something else is tied in beneath that fear, something about the aquarium, and the missing persons who didn't come home. Alright, I'm gonna have to end the episode here. I hope y'all are enjoying so far. I know this is a little bit of a slow-paced game. There's a lot of story. I will be playing a lot more action-y games very soon. So, you know, anybody that stuck through the video this long, thank you for supporting me, and I hope you'll be watching with me next time. Have a great day.